Good morning. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I am here at 5759 Valley Oak Drive in Los Angeles, and I am in the process of performing a video examination of the main sewer line. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drain line system to the public sewer. The building drain line system then is the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. Our examination today is not focusing on the building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. So I was here yesterday and wasn't able to get all the way through the system due to the length of the pipe. I've come back with our longer 300-foot camera in hopes that I would be able to get all the way to the public sewer, and it does look like I'm looking right down into that public sewer here, somewhere down at the bottom of the ravine towards the lower end of Valley Oak Drive that comes down from up the hill. So you'll see an error 1 message here at the bottom of the screen. That's because once I got past 250 feet, the counter stopped working and got the error code, but we pushed somewhere around 270 feet to get to this public sewer. Now I did find at least one other clean out. It's in a neighbor's yard area, not accessible. But I'm going to start here and pull the camera out, and we'll examine this line backwards. Didn't see a whole lot on the way to keep the camera moving. So we'll go ahead and pull back and take a look at this line. See as we pull off the public sewer line, so that tells us that we were at our public connection. As we pull off the public sewer, we're inside a vitrified clay piping material. These clay pipes, they are expected to have a long service life, but they are more brittle in nature and do have a higher potential for damage during seismic activity and earthquakes. Changing materials here a few feet off into a 6-inch cast iron piping. What we're really looking for here is what kind of condition this iron pipe is in. Cast iron pipes typically were expected to last somewhere in that 60 to 70 year range, and I'm guessing this is original to the structure from around the mid-60s. We're seeing moderate rust and scale through here. Certainly, so far, looks to be within its useful service life. So we're kind of making that steep drop here. You're going to see several turns on the way back. That's just another reason that it was very difficult to get to this point. But for the time being, rather than trying to find cleanouts at other people's properties and things like that, we can certainly monitor the line from here. We've proven that. Typically, when a cast iron pipe gets to this condition, we are starting to talk about regular video examinations to keep an eye on it. And this service can help to catch the failing stages early and better project a future replacement or upgrade date. Minor separations of joints in areas where they make turns, but no evidence of compromise to the system that we're seeing. here. We're at about 150 feet or so. And this was kind of our more difficult turn to get around. Looks like they used a short sweep, 90-degree elbow here. And it's not standard in a drain system. It's supposed to be a long sweep. But we got around it. The system seems to be draining fine. Right here, this is about a 100-foot mark. You can see the opening there at the top of the pipe. And that's where I tracked and located the cleanout to be on the other side of the fence, kind of in the middle of a planted area with succulents and cactus and stuff like that. So without having permission of that property, I'm not going to bother marking it out. I don't really need it for inspection purposes, at least at this point. But it does show that the standards were followed more closely, having cleanouts every 100 feet of sewer pipe. So that's at least a good thing. Well, it's just more of the same the rest of the way back here, but we'll go ahead and continue pulling back. I'll show you where we got into the line. Some of these pipes here under the house. Another clean out access there, somewhere around 75 feet or so. I do apologize for the linear footage at the bottom of the pipe not showing. It was unexpected, but it just did that after we got past that 250-foot mark. Excuse me for 1 second, my camera jumped out of the drum here. There's some debris through this area. Looks like we might have a flat section. A little bit of a low spot holding some water. This is a situation, especially in a cast iron pipe, where that standing water and debris can excel at deterioration. While there's no signs of failures at this point, it is an area that's going to need to be more closely monitored, because we can start having situations with bottom of the pipe deteriorating faster than the rest of it, and allowing soil into the system, things like that. Piping here that's exposed, and this is where we got in, this Y fitting with the cleanout cap on it, coming from our pipes that are coming from underneath the house down the back hillside. Now, this pipe being daylighted or exposed like this, covering on it, ideally it would have a minimum coverage of earth, but at least we would suggest painting it with some sort of UV resistant paint, because it will get fairly brittle potential for damage if it's kicked or run into. So you can see some of the older piping here already kind of wearing, and then you've got newer sections that are much more shiny. So, a portion of today's examination, I will be issuing a written report which will describe our final findings and recommendations, which at this point really aren't going to be anything done. We've got kind of typical wear and tear to the original cast iron piping. The lower section of the line that is clay seems to be in good condition. So kind of be desired would be additional cleanout accesses, but for the time being, like I said, since we have proven we can get the camera all the way through the system from here, it's less important at this point, especially when it requires going onto other properties and things like that. This is Mark Harrison with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much and have a pleasant day.